Hey, gardening friends. For those of you who don't know me personally, I struggle with anxiety pretty bad. And something that has been really helpful to me is gardening in general. I just find it very relaxing to be out here, not thinking about anything, just kind of getting my hands in the dirt, planting things, clipping things, just like out working in the yard. It's been overall really helpful. And sometimes, if I'm feeling overwhelmed, one of the things I like to do is projects that are kind of satisfying to just do, and then you see an instant result. And one of those things is like cleanup, like ripping out stuff that's done for the season, trimming things back. And so today I'm just in need of like some self care, and I'm in need of just like a really good cleaning project where I'll feel like it was productive and I've gotten through some stuff. So I am on the front porch of my house today, and I just spent 20 or 30 minutes the other day pulling all the nasturtiums that you guys probably saw in previous videos that were hanging in my porch baskets on the front porch. They were just burnt out and done for the season, and they were looking bad, and I was just ready to be done with it. I pulled and collected all of the seeds from those, and they are in the garage drying. I will show you those. Porch baskets are all kind of empty right now, with the exception of a few things. In this bed, I have some thyme, which is looking a little rough, but I actually want to plant it and see if I can bring it back to life. It looks a little crispy. We've got some leftover marigolds, and then we've got some rosemary, more marigolds. Don't have much left over in this bed. One or two marigolds still living. And a little bit of parsley, which I think we can just say is done. And then the rest of this is cleaned out. And since I've been filling those two new raised garden beds right over here, they're getting full to the brim. I just did a big load of seaweed and filled most of them. I need to go get a little bit more the next low tide. But I was thinking I would take all the dirt out of these, remove the couple plants I want to keep, like the thyme and the rosemary, and then just throw all this dirt that's has been utilized this season, and throw it in those beds. Because I will be topping those off with fertilizer and some fresh dirt. So I was thinking today it would just be fun to do a little bit of cleanup. So I want to empty out all of the baskets that are on the porch. This guy is still doing really well, so I kind of just want to leave it in place. This one is getting so weepy. This is all yarrow, and it is just drying out so fast. I would assume that it's relatively root bound because I water it and it just like the next day it dries out. I want to take this out of the pot and actually put it out into the landscape. This bed is still doing really well, so we're going to leave that one as is. These are also doing well. This is my Cuban oregano. It smells amazing. It's very furry and soft. And then my friend Hannah and I went to the store and we picked up this mum. And so this is just one big mum. And I've got this big low terracotta that I'd like to put some dirt in and put that mum in there. Don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. And then the lady head, I trimmed all the nasturtiums out, you can see, and I've got to remove the dirt, and I'm going to put her in the garage for the season. So that's kind of the project. I was thinking I would go get my wheelbarrow, put it kind of down here at the bottom of the steps, and then I would just kind of bring all the stuff that needs to be dumped out, plop it in the wheelbarrow, and then I can shovel it into the raised beds. So let's get started on some cleanup. Oh, also, this is what our drying process is looking like. These are all the nasturtium seeds. They're drying out really well. They were like a deep green, and now they're drying and they'll kind of come out to a brown. I also have a poppy that I'm trying to dry out to save the seeds. I've got some echinacea seeds that I'm drying. And then these are all of the ranunculus corms that I removed in a previous video. So those are basically done and dried, and I'm going to put these into a paper bag, store them for the winter. This weed has been bothering me for weeks. I don't know why I didn't pull it. Lady head is empty. Put her in the garage. These liners are new this year, or were new this year, so they have a lot of life left in them, but I think that they will dwindle if I leave them out over the winter, so I'm going to store these in the garage. Quick side note, when I was cleaning these out the other day, I noticed that there was a whole bunch of these moths. I feel like I am a breeder of these moths at this point, because I think I counted like 12 or 15 the other day, and I just saw one more, and now there's two on this bed. So I don't know what it is that they're attracted to about these coco core liners, but they have been like living in here. Usually I don't like things that are furry and fly, but I think they're harmless. I'm not going to do anything with them. I'm just going to let them live. My friend Alicia loves bugs, and she would have been so proud of me for just like letting these moths continue to live their life. We're just going to brush them off. Woo, woo. Another moth. Go. And another one. And another one. Am I like a moth breeder? What's going on here? So the pansies and violas are definitely getting a little bit out of control here. You can barely even tell that this is the cutest seashell pot. The mom, though, in this low terracotta bowl, isn't she cute? I think she's cute. And then we've got our topiary lavender, which is just really grown. I think it's probably doubled in size of its canopy. And it's definitely likes to lean this way, so I have to rotate it every couple weeks with our little stained glass creatures. And then, of course, our yarrow, which was beautiful all summer long, but I think it is just way past its capability to continue to live in this pot. It has started to sprinkle, and I was doing this porch product because I kind of wanted to avoid that. But I do want to get this yarrow pulled out of that pot. I think it's just going to die if I let it continue to dry out like that. So let's quick get the yarrow in the yard. I'm thinking we'll just tuck it in our front flower bed somewhere. I think it'll be great. Let's do that really quick. Okay, so the porch isn't looking entirely plain. I mean, it definitely doesn't look summery by any means, but there's still tons of color on our porch, which is fun. And then the honeysuckle we've still got going up here. I think I'm going to leave the metal basket frames because they are screwed into our porch, just mounted there for the winters. And I might this winter put some pretty like cedar and spruce and I don't know, garland-esque type thing in those. We will see. But I'm loving how that mum looks. This yarrow, you guys, looks really rough right now, and it looks like kind of a mop of seaweed. But I think it will be totally fine once it has a chance to perk back up. I also think it'll like living in the ground as compared to that pot way more because the roots were kind of coming out of the bottom, and I could tell that it was just full of it, and it when you would water it, it would dry out the very next day, so it was ready to be repotted. But the yard is just, despite it being end of August, is looking very lush, you guys. We've still got peas, we've still got greens, we've got tons of nasturtium, we've got garlic we need to pull, we've got shallots, we've got Brussels sprouts, we've got flowers everywhere. And I'm just impressed with all this fall color. This is the hot pink Monarda and the dwarf version and the regular version. Look at the height difference on those. I think it looks really good next to that blue juniper too. Anyway, that was it for today. I'm going to call it quits because I don't want to hang out here in the rain. This was good though for me to get that just really quick porch project cleaned up and ready to go. Just a heads up, I will not have a video ready for next week. I will be out of town. I'll be in Colorado hiking for, just about a week or so. And then I'll be doing a race up in Skagway. And then I'll be back home. So I will catch back up the following week with some fun projects to share with you guys. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you later.